Alright guys, in this video we will build our profile page UI. I found a design in Figma community. It looks like that, and I'll be using it like example in my project. You can find something that you like in Figma community, Dribble or UI Hunter and use it in your project. So let's begin with the up bar. I'll set the background color to white. We have an elevation here. Let's set it to 0. Yep. Also, we need to set the black color for our default button. We don't need height, and I think the next settings we will check later. Okay. Let's place here a text widget. I will write here profile. Font size 24. And we need to place it to the left side. How we can do it? We can take the up bar and turn off the toggle center title. And our up bar is ready. Next, we have to set our avatar element. So we see here that we have container with the icon that out of the edge of the image. For that we have to use a stack widget. So let's find a stack, here it is, and put it inside our column. Inside the stack we have to place our circle image. Yep. And for this edit button we have to use container. We have to put it inside the stack. Let's check it. Yep, it's correct. And inside a container, inside this container, we have to put an icon. Let's set a size of the container to 30 to 30 for height. Yep. And let's set the alignment to 1 and 1. We see here that our icon button moved to the edge of the screen. We need it to be here, and that's how we can fix it. Let's take a stack and wrap it to container. So our stack dropped inside the container and we have to place it to the center. Let's set horizontal alignment to 0. And that's it, it works. So let's set everything close to our design. I will take a container and fill it with orange color, something like that. Also, I will set the radius, the border radius to 4, maybe even to 8. Container, nope, not that. Container and 8 pixels here. The next thing is we need to change our icon here. Take the icon, press setting outlined, and let's enter here edit. And I will take this icon. And we see that this icon doesn't look like I chosen one. And let's try one more time, edit. And maybe this one. Yeah, it's better. I will set the color to white, and that's it. Maybe I will take the color a little darker. Container, fill color, and maybe something like that. Yeah, I think it's better. And I will set the icon size to 20. Let's check. Yeah, it's pretty close to our design, so let's continue. Right here we have our containers with some text information. We see here a full name, nickname, date of birth, email, phone number, and gender. Usually for date of birth, we are using an action that calls date picker, but in this case, we will use just manual entering of the text. The next thing that I will change in this video, I will not use the phone number field and the gender field, but let's actually use the gender field to find out how a drop-down menu works. So let's begin. Let's go in our UI. First thing that we need to do is select our column and put inside a container. I'll set the size of the container width in persons to 100 and the height in pixels to 60. I will fill it with some gray color, something like that, maybe a little lighter. Yep. Yeah, it looks better. And the next thing that we have to do is select our column and set a paddings 16 from the left side. What's wrong? Yep, 16 from the left side, 16 from the right side. And that's it. Let's select our container and set a border radius. I will use 16. Let's check. I think we have to use a little less, maybe 12. Yeah, it's much closer. Let's check our design and make up our container to these conditions. So in these containers we have just a text, but in the next two we have a text with an icon. So what I'm gonna do right now, I will put a row here. Yep, I will set the padding for I think 8 pixels from one side and 8 from the other. And I will put a text here inside with an icon, maybe an icon button. I'll place it to the sides with this button. Yeah. And maybe let's play with the paddings a little. I will set 16 pixels from the left side. It looks better. And maybe I think I will use an icon instead of icon button. I will take row. Just choose an icon. Yeah. And I will delete the icon button. Select row and set the 16 pixel from the right side. Yeah, now it's much better. So right now we have a sample, a pattern to the other containers, and I will just duplicate it. How much we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, and this will be drop-down menu. So let's select a container, and first thing that we need to do is set the padding to 16 pixels to down edge, and let's set everything like we have in our design. So first, full name, second, nickname, date of birth, and email. Full name. Here we enter nickname. Date of birth and email. And let's set the icons to calendar and the envelope. Let's go. Let's select our icon. We have here something like calendar. I'll choose this one. And we have to set a color to orange. Use color. Let's select the next icon and search here and oh, here, yeah, something like that. Also, let's set an orange color here, and this is pretty much everything that we need. Whoop! Sometimes it's happened when you selecting a text widget and press backspace. Sometimes it's just deleting, so you can use Control Z shortcut to turn it back, and you need to place your mouse cursor here and just edit it. The next thing will be a drop down menu widget, and let's find it right here. Drop. Right here, drop down. Place it inside your UI and let's set it up. Down here we have drop down properties, and it's better to set in persons 100%. Yep. And I will set 60 pixels height. Left side margin is 16 because we have a padding here for 16 pixels. Fill color we have to set to this gray, I think. Yes, it is. And we have to set border radius to 16 pixels. Right like that. Sorry, not 16, to 12 pixels. Yeah. Now it looks the same. The next thing that we need to set is please select title. So select the drop down, and here we have hint text. Let's enter a gender title here. Yep, like that. And the main feature of the drop down, as you know, when you press this container, you have a menu here, drop down menu with some options. You can set the options here, so you can enter here a male, add option, and female. Also, you can set this option from the database and use data that you saved before. This opportunity we will learn in the next lessons. The next thing what I want to do is check this container and set the padding for 30 pixels here, and I think around 16 from the top edge. Also, let's set the empty image here to circle image widget. Let's just Google empty image and take some URL of image URL, and for now just place it here in circle image path right here. Yep, and now we have empty image image. The only thing that we need to do is set the box fit here. Yeah, something like that. And move to the next stage. Let's check. We have here a button. Let's place it inside our column. Turn plus and button. Yeah. To set it the same way as it looks like in design, we have to add the padding for, I think, 30-40 pixels. Yeah, something like that. We have to enter the title to continue. We have black color of text here in our design. No, it's white actually. So let's set it to white. We need to set our width maybe to infinity so it can stretch our button to whole width of our screen. Height, we have something around, I think, 60 pixels also. 60. Maybe let's set 50. Yeah, it looks prettier. Fill color is orange right here, and we have round corners here, so we can set the border radius to 30, and it looks like that. Actually, at this step we finished our profile page.